I'm Susan Ferrier, Group Executive, People and Culture at National Australia Bank, and this is my episode of LinkedIn Talent Streams. When I first started at NAB 15 months ago, our new CEO also started at the bank, and he is someone who's very oriented around three ideas. He wants everyone in the bank to have a great leader. He wants everyone in the bank to have meaningful, exciting and challenging work. And he wants everyone in the bank to feel like they have investment in their skills in a way which elevates their capability. Always had a culture of some people working from home occasionally, but when COVID hit in mid-March last year, we pretty much moved all of those colleagues home. Productivity went up, but I think as the months wore on, what became clear to us is that we had to really care for our people in a different way. The new world of working is going to be very different. Everyone will work in a hybrid way. It'd be very unusual for someone to be in the office 5 days a week. I think new style flexibility will be what's important for our customers and how do we organise ourselves as a team to support our customers and each other. So there's going to be a little bit more kind of negotiation and give and take across a team. 10 years ago, office spaces were designed around three types of work: solo work, small group work, and then maybe noisy bigger group work. Solo work probably will very rarely get done in an office building in the future. That will get done at home or somewhere else. When you have people in the office and people at home, for there to be a disconnection and an othering, particularly of those who are at home. And so one of the things that we've created in our hybrid playbook is really specific learning for how to manage virtual team meetings, how to collaborate virtually when you've got part of your team in the office and part of your team at home. You need to be really intentional. You need to be specifically calling for contribution in different ways. So you have to really design and then lead in quite a different way to how you might have led before. Managing my diary a bit differently, so I'm trying to create white space, which is more thinking, connecting time, which is what I've called it in my diary. So having the opportunity to be able to randomly just call somebody proactively and or return phone calls and have something that sits outside the sort of Zoom schedule that can sometimes consume your day. So fungibility is a concept which is about acquiring skills in a way that give you the best possible portfolio of capability. And I think the future of work involves breadth and being able to move across multiple domains of capability. Customers were in a lot of distress. We wanted to move many of our people to the front line to be able to take customer calls, and we moved about 1,000 people into roles at the front line very quickly over about 3 weeks. So that was terrific. We had a massive number of people volunteer to do that, and we rapidly upskilled those colleagues. Sometimes through, in the past we would have thought that training would have needed to take us 3 to 4 weeks to get someone ready to do that sort of role, but it took us a week. So COVID helped us think about things in a completely different way to how we thought about it before, which was fantastic. And then I think that idea of learning and constantly learning just flowed continuously through the rest of the pandemic. And so we've seen a real increase in people's appetite for learning in a rapidly changing world, to be able to achieve cut-through, simple communication that helps people to understand what's going on and then mobilises and inspires people to action. And then thirdly, critical thinking. So I think you need to go to the heart of an issue, you need to be able to diagnose, you need to really unpack what's happening and then move from that to solutions as opposed to just looking at symptoms and treating symptoms. So I think that they're my top three. I think there'll be a lot more AI associated with scouring CVs, producing insight so that you can make faster, potentially more accurate hiring decisions. You're already beginning to see that with some of the tools that are available already on the market. So that's, I think, what's going to happen with hiring. Future HR professionals need to deeply understand the business they're operating in. So understand how the business makes money, and then think you need to have some courage. You need to challenge the status quo. You need to do that with insight, data, and diagnosis, and then bring forward new ways of thinking and new ways of doing.